Keep your eye on the bowl. That's the key to playing the harmonica, a 250-year-old instrument invented by Benjamin Franklin in 1761.
Well, it inspires me with this instrument that he would even think of something like this, more or less, too. His cleverness, his uniqueness. And
there are only 15 of them remaining in the world. One of them is in Merrick at the home of Cecilia Brower. At 85 years old, the harmonica is her third instrument. She started playing it 20 years ago.
Well, I'm a musician. My first thing I would say is I'm a pianist. I'm a concert pianist. That's me. And of course, I've taken my musical ability, pianistic abilities into the Met on the cello. And I think the bonus of my life was discovering the harmonica. In fact, when I think now, the harmonica has done things for me the piano never introduced me for.
Cecilia has been a professional concert pianist for 74 years. She started piano at the age of 9 and 5 years later received a full scholarship to the prestigious Curtis Institute in Philadelphia. She's also trained thousands of students herself.
Who knows what talent is? It just was easy for me. And I've had good training, good teaching from day one.
As life progressed, so did her musical repertoire.
I'll pull out a few more things. This is the harmonia. It's a reed pump organ. The sounds go through little reeds in the back. And this is basically the instrument that went out west in the churches because they're small. They weren't this ornate, but used them.
She took the harmonium in after her mother passed away and plays it for leisure.
But when I did this, it makes it sound. It opens the note further. It makes it bigger sounding instead. That's the celeste sound.
It's a piano keyboard that strikes metal bars instead of strings. Cecilia plays it regularly as an associate member in the Metropolitan Opera Orchestra. She's been with them for almost half her life. But in 1991, harmony entered her life from the armonica, which means harmony in Italian. Cecilia was on a trip in Boston shortly after the passing of her husband when she saw the instrument on TV.
It was like fate that I discovered the harmonica to start something new that was not involved, so it was a whole new career for me. I was very lucky.
Since then, she's become quite acquainted with Benjamin Franklin, wearing historic attire to her performances. But Cecilia says there's only one thing she and Mr. Franklin have in common.
Only in the sense he had a great sense of humor, and I know I have a great sense of humor too. He loved to sing. I'm not a singer, but it's just this. I think a sense of humor is so important in life. You've got to laugh.
Cecilia has been featured in the New York Times and appeared on the History Channel. When she's not entertaining, she relaxes and continues to teach herself here.
A lot of people think as soon as you get to a certain age, you can't play, you can't do, you're getting old. And it's not. When you get older, you get more mature, and if you still have the ability and agility, you have the knowledge and composers, many of them didn't write until they were in the late 50s and so forth. And so I think it's important to at any age play. Don't think just because you reach 50 or 60 or 70 or 80, you're in the barn, you're art.
You can hear her play all three instruments on her Christmas CD, available on her website. It also features her brother, who was the longest-running concert master at the Met, and her sister-in-law, who sang with Pavarotti. On the site, you can also find out where and when Cecilia is playing the historic harmonica next.
can't notice, but we